All right. Hey, Rachel.
Blake.
We sure did learn a lot today, didn't we?
We did.
We learned a lot about ourselves, about each other, our feelings, and about our bodies. And now I think it's time to talk about what we learned. We learned that 38 Studios is pretty much no more. It's down in the gutter. And now Rhode Island has got a lot of Kingdoms of Amalur stuff. What the hell are they going to do with it? I don't know. Put up Guardians in front of like classic things. Are they going to have like the Rhode Island tour of the Kingdoms of Amalur? You're going to be able to like dress up in like cosplay.
But
is
before,
it going to be more LARPing? If
Rhode Island does anything with the game, before that happens, make sure you play it because it's actually really good. Game,
and you're never going to get another one unless EA owns the
I thought that EA does actually own it, and that EA is still going to be working on their MMO that they had been working on.
Yeah, that would be cool. But dude, they could do LARP reenactments, like reenact battles from the Kingdoms of Amalur, like they do with Civil War battles. That's
okay, I'd probably actually go to that and watch.
Yeah. And it was written in the 10,000th year of Calgamesh that the Battle of Zanzibar took place. The warriors of Cramamine and Dilmore did clash, and Gilmamine was victorious.
No. Okay. Also, we also learned that Mass Effect will be getting a free multiplayer DLC coming out May 29th, and it's going to have some more classes and more weapons.
Yay! More free DLC. Woohoo! We learned that Capcom finally took the hint and is going to be stopping all this DLC BS that we've been having to deal with.
The DLC on disc?
Yeah. No more of this on disc crap. You're going to get a game, and you're going to get what is supposed to be in the game.
Took them long enough to realize that that is a no-go.
Yep, they made an official statement on the Cap community blog saying like, hey, we screwed up. We've realized it now. We're sorry. We realize the Dragon's Dogma is kind of screwed, but we're going to take care of you guys in the future.
I actually like that a company's finally listening to the gamers, and I also like that enough gamers have finally stood up and said, this is not cool, we're not going to settle for this anymore, and it's actually changing.
Yeah, honestly though, I think that like the company that has always listened to fans has been Capcom. They've been really
absolutely.
Good up until these last few years, I really feel like they kind of like stepped away from their audience and were like trying new business platforms or something like that because they're a Japanese company, and let's face it, Japanese game developers have gotten desperate these last few years as the market sort of shifts to the West, and Western developers are now the hot stuff. Everybody wants to be Cliff Bleszinski or Ken Levine, you know?
They all want to be like rock stars of game developers.
Yeah, and that's kind of dying in Japan, so I think that could explain why Capcom is trying different ways to get more money out of you, but they're realizing that it just costs them money in the end.
Right.
So
don't screw over your community.
Better late than never, hopefully. Hopefully Capcom didn't bite themselves in the ass too much, and they'll be able to recover.
I think if they have it fixed by Resident Evil 6, a lot of people will forgive them for their discretions.
I wonder what this old man thinks about all of this.
We also find...
Look at him, he looks like he's pooping too.
No, he's not pooping.
Look at
we already found out that we have 3 returning characters for the Mass Effect 3 extended cut, which is going to finish out the ending. We've got Admiral Hackett's been confirmed.
He just took the most satisfying poop.
Edie's been confirmed, as so has the ever so sexy Kaidan.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the blonde Cylon is way hotter.
As long as the ending has some type of tie-in to where me and Kaidan had lots of space babies, then I'll be very happy.
No. Probably not gonna happen.
You're just sitting there going, no.
Whatever, Rachel. I have to hear this.
You need
all
to
the
play
time.
Mass Effect. It's
really
good.
You talk about Kaidan more than you talk about me.
You'd be all about Jack. Your girl would totally be Jack.
Yeah.
I just know it.
Now you're trying to matchmake me in a video game.
Because if you played Mass Effect, you would understand. People get emotionally tied to these characters.
I'll play Mass Effect.
It's such a good game.
I'll play it.
You have a 360.
Stop yelling at me.
You could better your life through Mass Effect.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just trying to shut you up now. Elsworld is going to be at the Anime Expo in Los Angeles, so if you want to win maybe $1,000, maybe $500, $250, or you just want to ogle at hot chicks and skimpy outfits, you should probably stop by their booth. They're gonna be giving away prizes, swag, all sorts of cool stuff.
And first place will get $1,000 plus in-game money. And I don't remember what the other prizes were.
The other prizes you get. So if you win the cosplay contest, you're gonna get $1,000 cash plus $10,000 in-game kaching, cash, whatever. Second place, $500 and $5,000 in-game cash. Third place is gonna get $250 and $2,500 in-game cash. So if you like playing MMORPGs online and you want some real life money too, and you like dressing up all purdy, you're gonna want to check out booth. It's gonna be booth 1520 at the convention, July 29th through July 1st in LA, and it goes from 3 to 5. Expo is from 3 to 5 p.m. It's a really short expo.
I think the expo's longer than that. I think the booth and the cosplay contest will only be at that time.
Okay, that would make more sense. I should learn to take better notes.
That's usually how these cosplay things happen. We also learned that Diablo became the best-selling launch of PC game history, selling 3.5 million copies within the first 24 hours.
Activision and Blizzard did not have enough money already. Now they can finally take over the world.
And within the first 7 days, Diablo 3 sold 6.3 million.
Thank you, our Dark Lord and Master. We salute you.
Still not the best-selling series on PC, but it's 6.3 million copies in the first 7 days is pretty damn good.
Yeah, pretty damn good. Get it? Damn good.
Yeah, But you know, I'm willing to bet that the majority of their sales it's not going to live a very long life as far as good sales. Most people bought it day one, and that's it.
Actually, I've been hearing people like Diablo 2 a lot more, and I've been hearing people are going back to that now.
Well, to me, Diablo 3 wasn't a 10-year big enough jump that it should have been from Diablo 2. I mean, it is progressed from Diablo 2, but 10 years, people. 10 years, and
just
it's
go play
still
more World of Warcraft.
Clicking on skeletons.
You can be a panda in World of Warcraft now. Just go play that.
I could never get into World of Warcraft. Can't take myself seriously.
It's like the heroin junkies of the game world. They're like you know, like non-social functioning like gamers, or at least that's the stereotype. I'm sure I
tried to get into it. I also tried getting into Second Life, and it was so funny running around in Second Life. People were taking it so seriously, and I'm like, dude, you know we're playing a video game, right?
I tried to get into crack. Just didn't really
people take crack so seriously, but it's just a joke.
Yeah. Those silly crackheads.
It's all in good fun.
Slipping on banana pills and throwing pies at each other. They're so crazy.
Exactly.
Oh, boy. We also learned Shadow of the Colossus is probably getting an unnecessary movie. The game was enough of a movie in my opinion.
Basically every video game movie is unnecessary.
Yeah, Josh Trank, the guy who directed Chronicle, is making this for some reason.
There are so many better video games than there are good movies.
Maybe he should have
of recently.
Maybe he should have just made, you know, a movie that was inspired by Shadow of the Colossus instead of trying to piss all over the franchise.
Inspired would be better, yes.
Although it's unfair of me to say that he pissed all over the franchise without actually seeing the crappy movie he's about to make, but we'll go with it. But first he has to finish making the Fantastic Four reboot for Marvel, as well as a Venom movie. Fantastic Four reboot, again.
You know what? I loved the Avengers, but I'm really kind of getting sick and tired of these superhero movies.
I'm not, because I'm a big old Marvel Comics nerd. So
I like them too, but it's kind of like we get more shitty superhero movies than we get good ones.
I didn't like Thor. I really liked Captain America.
I liked Thor.
Iron Man was awesome. Thor was so bad.
Captain America was eh.
Why were all of the Norse gods British? Why were none of them like, yeah, I am Odin gods, and you are a bad guy, Loki.
Thor,
you go away
now. No, but think about it. Think about the character Thor. You would have never thought that would have translated well into a movie because he is kind of a hokey character.
But it
did really well.
She was just there to pout and
Natalie Portman was good because she didn't overshine the other actors, even though she's way more famous and hotter than anybody else in the movie.
That old dude, that professor, that guy's like a huge famous actor. Like he totally.
But Natalie
shouldn't have been
Portman, I thought she did really good with not overshining anybody.
Natalie Portman,
I didn't like Captain America.
I'm going to fight the big old robots now.
I didn't like Captain America.
Awesome.
He was a big pussy throughout his whole movie. Whatever. He didn't finally grow some balls until the Avengers. And Captain America never really had like a climax. It was just like
it was a prequel to the Avengers. It was a prequel to the Avengers. They were setting it up.
It was a movie that we didn't need to be. It was like a big commercial for a movie.
Way better made than Thor.
No, Thor was good.
Oh my god.
enough of our geek arguing, I guess. Even though I thought we were having fun. And Rachel's wrong. The International Trade Commission judge, David Shaw, thinks that the Xbox 360 should be banned in America because they're in violation of a Motorola copyright. Motorola is in agreement with them, and then now it's going to a 6-person board for them to decide whether or not you should get your 360s. And we will have a conclusion to this.
A board of a bunch of old people that have never played a video game in their life. Honestly, that's who should decide these things.
Well, it might go to Obama if they can't figure it out. And like, I think that Obama is more in touch than 6 old guys in a room. But Motorola. True. So pretty much they used a Motorola codec on the Xbox to get it to play certain videos, and now Motorola is all butthurt about it. But Motorola has even made statements saying that they want to allow people to use their codec and their technology within reasonable use so that people can watch video games on the internet, which is kind of what's going on here. I think something will either be reached out of court between Motorola and Xbox, since Microsoft is already in a similar lawsuit against Motorola for another product. I think it's like a tablet that Motorola makes or something like that. I can't remember the exact product.
Follow those
so
things.
Like they're just kind of suing each other back and forth. So instead of both of their products getting banned, they'll probably come to an agreement. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen here. So this is just shock journalism probably, and we need shock journalism because no one would watch our show otherwise. All right, and then we saw an awesome Dinobots trailer that Rachel doesn't care about and I love. And that's about all we learned today.